How bad is he?
Both his legs were badly crushed. One rib was broken and there's some internal bleeding. He hasn't regained consciousness. Perhaps for now, that's for the best. The pain will be excruciating.
It's that bad?
It's worse.
Meaning?
His Barrett was wounded long ago, and no amount of love from me has ever been able to bind that hurt.
Will he die?
What kind of stupid question is that? Of course he's not gonna die. He's my brother. He can't just die.
Everyone can die.
Once I dreamed that I died. I was laid out in this snowy lace suit like some wax perfect Macbeth. Everyone came to the funeral and they all wept and wrung their hands and said what a good kid I was and how much they were going to miss me. My father came and he said that his heart was broken in two because he never got to tell me how much he loved me, and now I'll never know. In real life, he always told me that I was a worthless piece of rubbish and a backstabber, just like my mother. But in dreams, that doesn't count. And my mother came and she begged me to come back to her because she didn't want to be alone. Somehow, that didn't seem like a good enough reason, so I insisted on remaining dead. Tiny silver spiders came and spun me in a gossamer shroud that glittered in the moon glow as the poohberries carried my body towards the cemetery gate. You wore sprinkled gemstones and creamy pink seashells and the tenderest of rose blossoms. These tiny malevolent creatures looking like something out of Tales of the Crypt came and lowered me into the hole in the ground, and suddenly I freaked, thinking about those tiny white worms and the unnameable creatures that lurk in the thick of grave mire and the muck of a guilty mind. I wanted to claw my way out, cursing and sputtering with indignation, but I couldn't move a muscle. I screamed inside my mind. The rope snapped, the barrel plunged down, and just when I was about to hit bottom, I caught myself and fell back into my body, back into my own bed, my own safe bed, pool bed tucked beneath the coverlet.
Chill out, Bonnie. We all feel bad, but you're only making it worse.
How can it be any worse?
What do you think happens to you when you die?
I don't know, do you?
I mean, do you think that's the end? Like a flame, snuffed out, we disappear? When my father was still around, he used to take me and my little stepsister to the lake to go boating. Once, Amy saw a dead dog on the sidewalk. She started crying about how we should get out of the car and bury the thing. My dad told her the crows needed something to eat. It set her off, and maybe it wasn't the best thing in the world to tell a 4-year-old. But I understood his point. I mean, the life was gone from the dog. In my mind, I saw it die. I even imagined I was the little dog, loping across the highway. There was the scent of danger. My muscles stiffen beneath the fur. Truck lights pierced the night. Mesmerizing lights. And I cringed at the quick blast of a horn. One jangling moment of raw terror and confusion. Then the sudden, sickening, inevitable impact. After, nothing. It would just end. I'd feel no pain, no pleasure. It'd be as if I was never born. What use is there in pitying the dead, or in pretending that they live on, somehow, somewhere? When my father died, he died real slow. His sickness made him really ill before the end, for a long time. He died with tubes inside his body and a machine to prove that some part of him was still alive. Because you couldn't tell otherwise. I think if it had been me, I wouldn't have died that way. If I had known, like he did, that certain death was only a matter of time, I'd put a bullet in my
That's
brain.
the coward's way out. Doesn't it take more courage to live than it does to die? Maybe in death, the soul breaks the barrier of an off-bound body to fly free. Sometimes, in my happiest dreams, I can fly, and it feels so real, like I'm remembering how to do the simplest things in the world. But I don't want to talk about death. I know in my heart that my brother's going to survive this.
But what happens if, and I swear I'm hoping that it doesn't, Michael lives, but he ends up crippled or brain damaged? Do you think Mikey would want an imperfect life?
What's perfect in life? Yours? Mine? Keith's? We all just have to do the best that we can.